Why does tinnitus get worse before it gets better sometimes? When we are working on ourselves, at any stage we can get process coming up to the surface, and this can be very activating for our tinnitus and other stress-related symptoms. Think of it as being like a brand new bottle of Coke. There's a lot of pressure inside, and therapy can release this pressure, and if this happens too quickly, then you get a bit of a mess, lots of bubbles and fizz all over the place. So we can get emotions coming up, or we can feel fear and all sorts of things that have been buried away in the subconscious, starting to surface. So the best kind of therapy is just gently, steadily working through your stuff, just releasing this pressure or this build-up of baggage so that you remain present and you feel that light, clear, present space of here I am and I can just respond to anything in the here and now, rather than burdened with masses of baggage from the past, of the undigested life experience. When we have experiences that are overwhelming, we go into shock. And very often we're impacted, and then the body shuts down, goes numb, and we kind of turn a blind eye to it. We stop seeing it. It's as if it doesn't happen. We develop a blind spot. So things can happen that are awful, and when we can't process or digest the experiences because they're too overwhelming, we just shut down, and the body goes numb, we space out, and there's this split between what's in our mind, what's in our experience, and what we feel in the body. We literally lose connection between our immediate experience in the body and what we go through in our lives. So when something awful happens, you can think of many news items where you see people being interviewed. They're in shock. They're not there. Oh my God, I just can't believe this. You can see that they're not really in touch with how they feel because it's too awful to be in touch with the emotional feelings. So you get this splitting of mind and body. So very often when you do therapeutic work, you're getting back in touch with how you're feeling, and you're reconnecting memories and experiences with your immediate present time experience. And so at any stage with cranial sacral therapy, for example, you can be working on the body and suddenly people have really strong memories that they'd forgotten about and have been buried away in their subconscious for decades, and those can surface. You can get processing emotions that come up. You've been living in a situation in a state for many years and you've not reacted, and then suddenly something opens up. Your heart really expresses its full-on feelings, and you are connecting with your true self and how you really feel about things. And for all those years you were disconnected and out of touch. So if we have a lot of stuff, this can surface at any time. Therapy can help process and digest it so it frees you up. And all these processes can cause a temporary, underlined 100 times, a temporary activation in tinnitus. It flares up and then settles. So I've worked with people where the tinnitus is backed right off, and they have long periods of feeling much better, and then suddenly out of the blue, whoosh, there's a release and the tinnitus reappears, and then they have a reaction to that. And how they deal with that and how they process that really has a big impact on how quickly they let go of the tinnitus again. So you get these tinnitus spikes. But learning how to manage them, coming back to your practice, your body-based focusing, Tai Chi, yoga, having cranial sacral therapy sessions can really help these spikes back off. And the more you go through these spikes and survive them, the more you can just step back for them and just let them pass through, like weather systems that just come and go. And you end up being much more neutral, and eventually the whole pattern can really settle. So I want to respond to the people who ask me why, when they're working on themselves, suddenly they have a bit of a mini earthquake that apparently appears out of the blue. This is very likely to be process emerging from the depths, from deeper and deeper places. And it's easy for me to say this, I know, but try not to worry about it. Get help, go and see your therapist, do your body-based practice and let them pass through, and they tend to get less and less intense as time goes by, and you get better at just letting these storms pass through. Keep on track with working on yourself, and these challenges that pop up from time to time do, over a period of time, free up and let go.